Imagine you get a new member on your team. Alex is a certified genius. He's read every book, scanned the entire internet, and can write code, poetry, and business plans in seconds. He works 24/7 and never asks for a coffee break. There's just one problem. Alex has zero real-world context and takes every single thing you say literally. So on the first day you say, "Alex, write a blog post for me." Alex instantly delivers a draft, and it's terrible. It's a Frankenstein's monster of facts stitched together with robotic transition phrases. It has no soul, no opinion, no spark. You try again, frustrated. "Alex, give me some marketing ideas." Alex replies, "You could try posting on social media." It's a suggestion so obvious it feels like an insult. You're ready to fire Alex on the spot. This is the exact problem you have with ChatGPT. You sense the immense power, the genius locked inside, but you don't know the combination to unlock it. The truth is, the problem isn't your intern, it's that you haven't learned how to manage them. This video is your management training. Over the next 14 minutes, we're not just listing prompts. We are going on a journey to learn the essential briefing techniques that will turn your frustrating intern into the most powerful co-pilot you've ever had, transforming you from a confused user into a confident architect of AI-driven results. Part 1. The first briefing, unlocking raw creativity. The first and most terrifying challenge with any new project is the blank page. You need ideas. The common mistake is to say, "Give me ideas for my journal business." The result is a boring list you could have found on Google. The pro move is to brief ChatGPT to become a specialist. For my brand, Mindful Maven, we're planning next year's journal, so we start by giving ChatGPT a role with the idea multiplier brief. ChatGPT, act as a product development lead. I need 10 unexpected new features for our 2026 productivity journal. For each feature, define the target user, like a freelance creative, and a key benefit, like reduces digital eye strain. Suddenly, you don't just get add more pages, you get an integrated e-ink screen for syncing calendars and a biodegradable cover with embedded wildflower seeds. Each idea is already a mini strategy. But what if a concept is too abstract? Let's say I want to write about the flow state. We make it relatable with the analogy generator brief. ChatGPT explain the psychological concept of flow state. But give me 3 different analogies, one for a child, one for a college student, and one for a skeptical investor. For the child, ChatGPT might say, "It's like when you're playing with Legos and you forget it's time for dinner." Instantly, you have a powerful tool for communication. Okay, the ideas are brilliant, but the writing style is still robotic. We give ChatGPT a voice with the style mimic brief. I admire the clear, concise style of James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. So I brief ChatGPT. ChatGPT, analyze the writing style in this paragraph. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Now write a description of our focus journal in that exact style. The result is powerful and authoritative, and this isn't just for creative writing. Imagine briefing ChatGPT to mimic the clear, data-driven style of your company's last annual report or the empathetic, reassuring tone of your best customer service agent for your website's FAQ page. You're channeling a master for any context. To push the boundaries even further, use the what-if scenario to explore radical ideas like, what if businesses paid customers for their data directly? And once you have a great piece of content, like our podcast on the myth of multitasking, use the content remix brief to turn that one transcript into 5 LinkedIn posts and 3 tweets. You're teaching ChatGPT to be not just creative, but incredibly efficient. Part 2. From brainstorm to execution, mastering productivity. ChatGPT is a creative powerhouse, but a genius who can't handle the daily grind is a liability. This is where we turn ChatGPT into your personal productivity machine. The common mistake is a vague request like, "Help me with my emails." The pro move is to give ChatGPT specific roles and formats for every tedious task. That big meeting I have about our Q4 campaign, I hand it off with a meeting master assignment. ChatGPT, you are my executive assistant. Prepare a 60-minute agenda for our meeting on the Q4 social media campaign. Define 3 key outcomes we must achieve and assign 20 minutes to each. Your intern is now running your operations with military precision. Your overflowing inbox. Yesterday, I got an email from a customer whose journal arrived with a printing error. That's a perfect job for ChatGPT. We use the email responder protocol. ChatGPT, a customer is upset about a printing error in their journal. Draft a professional, empathetic response that validates their concern, immediately offers to ship a replacement for free, and provides a 15% discount code for their next purchase as an apology. When a new project feels so massive that you don't even know where to start, you turn your intern into an expert planner with the Project Decomposer brief, act as an expert project manager. My goal is to launch a new weekly podcast for my brand, Mindful Maven. Decompose this entire project into a step-by-step plan, from concept to the launch of the first 3 episodes. Group the tasks into logical phases. For those moments you're stuck between several good options and need absolute clarity, you use the Decision Matrix Builder. Act as a business operations consultant. I need to choose a new email marketing platform. The options are MailChimp, ConvertKit, and Beehive. Create a decision matrix to help me choose with weighted criteria for ease of use, pricing, and automation capabilities for a small business. You can even manage your own personal development by turning ChatGPT into a coach with a skill acquisition roadmap. Act as a professional development coach. I want to learn the fundamentals of SQL over the next 4 weeks. Create a detailed week-by-week learning roadmap that defines key topics, a practical mini-project for each week, and suggests one primary free online resource. ChatGPT handles the difficult communication flawlessly, saving you time and emotional energy. This method works for everything. Messy data becomes a clean table with the data formatter task. A blank social media schedule gets filled with a full week of strategic posts using the social media strategist brief. And that 50-page report you don't have time to read? The research summarizer will give you the 5 most important bullet points. But here's a pro tip for that. To ensure accuracy, give ChatGPT 2 different articles on the same topic and summarize the key findings from both, and highlight any points of contradiction between them. Now, ChatGPT isn't just a summarizer, it's a critical research assistant. Part 3, From Intern to Strategist, High-Level Thinking. This is the leap that separates the top 1% of users from everyone else. We're going to promote ChatGPT. We're moving from day-to-day tasks to high-level strategy. The common mistake is asking a huge, vague question like, what should my business strategy be? The pro move is to give ChatGPT established strategic frameworks to think within. I have an idea to launch a high-ticket mastermind group for entrepreneurs, but I might be biased. I brief ChatGPT to be my harshest critic with the devil's advocate framework. ChatGPT, you're a skeptical venture capitalist. Attack this plan. Tell me every reason why it will fail. The feedback will be brutal, but it will make my idea infinitely stronger. And here's the crucial follow-up brief. Now, acting as a world-class business strategist, provide creative solutions for the top 3 weaknesses you just identified. This 2-step process turns criticism into a concrete action plan. Beyond just critiquing a plan with the devil's advocate, you can proactively hunt for future risks with the Premortem facilitator brief. Act as a strategic risk manager. We are about to launch our high-ticket mastermind. I want you to conduct a Premortem. Imagine it is 6 months from now and the launch was a complete failure. Describe the 5 most likely reasons why it failed, and then suggest one preventative action for each reason. To sharpen your position in the market, you need to know exactly where you stand. You task your intern with the competitive Edge Analyst brief. Act as a market strategist. My brand is Mindful Maven. My top 2 competitors are Full Focus Planner and Best Self Co. Based on their public marketing, create a brief analysis of their strengths and weaknesses. Then define a unique marketing angle for my brand that highlights our competitive edge. And to move from reacting to the market to anticipating it, you ask your strategist to look to the future with the Horizon Scanner brief. Act as a futurist and industry analyst. Scan recent developments in AI and consumer privacy. Identify 3 key trends that will shape the online retail landscape over the next 3 to 5 years, and suggest one strategic opportunity for a small brand in response to each trend. You need to understand your market on a deeper level. You task ChatGPT with a deep dive using the Customer Persona Creator. ChatGPT act as a market research analyst. Create 3 detailed customer personas for Mindful Maven, including Ambitious Annie, a 28-year-old freelance graphic designer who struggles with work-life balance. Your intern is now bringing you invaluable market intelligence. You can get a high-level overview of Mindful Maven with a SWOT analysis. You can find revolutionary solutions to the problem of digital burnout by asking ChatGPT to use first principles thinking. And you can find the perfect message for our focus journal with the Marketing Angle Finder. You've promoted your intern to a consultant, and the quality of their output will skyrocket. Part 4, the final step, training your intern to train you. This is the ultimate management secret. We're now going to teach ChatGPT how to make us better managers. These meta-briefings are the key to mastery. First, we give ChatGPT the master key that improves every other prompt, the expert Persona Activator. ChatGPT, I want you to act as a world-class e-commerce growth consultant. Adopt this persona for the remainder of our conversation. Do you understand? By getting ChatGPT to confirm the persona, you prime it to deliver hyper-specialized, expert-level advice. To prepare for a high-stakes conversation, you can turn your intern into a sparring partner with the role-play simulator. I need to practice a salary negotiation. I want you to act as my manager who is friendly but very budget-conscious. I will start the conversation. Your goal is to challenge my points constructively. Afterward, provide feedback on my performance. Instead of just improving a weak prompt, you can have the I teach you how to build a masterpiece from scratch using the briefing architect technique. Act as a ChatGPT prompting expert. My goal is to create a comprehensive social media content calendar. Based on this goal, write a perfect detailed master brief for me to give to another instance of ChatGPT structured using the Crispy framework. And for your most common tasks, you can permanently upgrade your intern into a dedicated specialist by asking for help with the personal AI Forger prompt. Act as a custom GPT creation expert. I want to build a GPT that helps me write in the clear, concise style of James Clear. Guide me through the process. What specific instructions and knowledge should I provide it to make it most effective? To build trust in complex answers, you can command ChatGPT to be transparent in its reasoning with the chain of thought prompt. Simply add, explain your step-by-step reasoning before giving the final answer. This allows you to audit its logic and understand how it reached its conclusion. Want to truly learn something new? Turn ChatGPT into your personal tutor with the Socratic teacher brief, forcing it to guide you with questions instead of just giving you answers. And if you know your own brief is weak, use the prompt improver technique to have ChatGPT coach you on how to make it better. And my absolute favorite, the most powerful technique of all. Before ChatGPT even starts, you give them the Ask Me Questions clarifier. ChatGPT, I need a launch plan for our new digital product. Before you start writing, ask me at least 10 clarifying questions about my budget, target audience, and goals that you need to know to do your best work. This single brief changes everything. It flips the dynamic, guaranteeing the result will be tailored, specific, and brilliant. So, you see, ChatGPT, our genius intern ChatGPT, was never the problem. The generic results, the bland ideas, that was just a symptom of poor management. Today you've learned the language of leadership. You no longer give vague commands. You write detailed briefs. You don't just ask for answers, you guide a powerful intelligence toward a solution. This is more than just a tech skill. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach problem solving. Learning to collaborate effectively with AI is a skill that will be invaluable for the rest of your career. You've gone from a frustrated user to a master manager. Your journey starts now. Your intern, he, is waiting for their first real assignment. So here is my challenge to you. Pick one of these briefing techniques, the devil's advocate, the style mimic, the Ask Me Questions clarifier. Go give ChatGPT your first world-class brief right now. Then come back here and comment below with the amazing work your new co-pilot produced. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more strategies on how to master your tools. Now go lead.